I'm not muted, am I? Hey up, me ducks. How is everybody doing? It's lovely to see so many people here. I'm going to attempt to do an hour, if that's okay with everyone. I tend to go about an hour before I get a really bad coughing fit. And I've just had one about 5 minutes ago. So all being well, I can last an hour. But let me pop open the chat and let's see. We've got quite a few people here already, so I'll do a quick hello and welcome to everyone. So first one, my name was Celia. Nice to see you, Celia. Hope you're doing well. And yes, thank you. I'm doing much better than I was certainly this time last week. And Brian's here, and Ramon. Hi, Ramon and Brian. Barbara. Al Becker's here. Lovely to see you, Becca. Lily Rose. And we've got Cheryl from Oneness Emporium. Hi, Cheryl. We have Barbara and Sandra and Deanne. Hello to you, lovelies. We've got Golden and Tina. We've got Rachel Ray. We've got Inkwitch Girl and Sarah and Redwing, Anita, our Chris. This music isn't creepy as F in the slightest. Well, I'm feeling kind of, you can't see me Pendle Witch. I've got my Pendle Witch out as well. But yeah, I'm not here next week. So there's only like this Saturday and the one in 2 weeks' time that I can get to be a little bit creepy, spooky. Jennifer, Rebecca, Barbara, Ruth. We've got Kathy and Petra, Patsy. Hi, Patsy. We've got Bella and Vanessa. Did I say you? Ange. Cold, dark, wet South Cheshire. It's cold and wet here as well at the moment. We've got Anita and Vintage Moon. We've got Scott. Hi, Scott. We've got Raven Glands. Nice to see you. We've got Raven Song. Let's see. Tarot Your Way. Nice to see you as well. Hershey. Ellen. So many people. It's lovely to see everyone. Kat. Sonique. Nicole. Saskia. Jennifer and Kim, lovely Kim, and Jennifer Rebecca. So I think I've caught everyone. So how are we all doing? Right, I'm off. Sorry, I missed the Facebook people as well. Hello, what are your Facebook friends? Chop liver. Sorry if I'm missing people in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. Get that sorted for tomorrow. So I know now that that's Tony, my friend Tony, who still can't find his way to YouTube. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, so tomorrow is my birthday and we're going out. There's 5 of us going for a meal tomorrow lunchtime. Well, early afternoon, which will be really lovely. So I'm really looking forward to that. And talking of birthdays, and then, hi there, this is Lila. Hope you feel better. Nice to see you too, Lila. Talking of which, so because I've been out of action for 9 days, lots of packages have built up for decks that I said that I would review. So, like Destiny, and I've had a couple from Cheryl, and one that I bought that I was going to show last Friday. So there was just a normal box, like a brown box that I thought would have a deck in it, and when I opened it up, It was a really beautiful gift from Malamia. Just look at this. It's gorgeous. She's put a green candle in it, and it's kind of like blown glass with. It's really delicate, but really pretty. And that was just so sweet. I just didn't expect it at all. Really nice. She did message say she wanted to send something, and I think last year she sent me a bath bomb with a crystal inside, but it went to an address that I don't use anymore, so I never actually got it. So yeah, isn't it beautiful? Really gorgeous. Um, and she put this little card in as well, which was really sweet. So if you watch this back, Malamia, thank you so much. You're very kind. It was very lovely, and I've had a day early because I opened it this morning, thinking let's see what decks I need to do reviews for and kind of plan them when I'm going to do them. So yeah, an early birthday present. Thank you to everybody as well that's saying happy birthday. I'm really glad that I feel well enough to be able to socialize because I haven't, and not that it's the way to do it, but I lost £11 in 5 days. Can you believe that? £11. So, like I say, you don't want to get poorly to lose weight, but what time were you born, Simon? 3 o'clock in the morning. Or was it 3:10? There's no one alive now to ask. I don't know if I think it was 3 o'clock. I think at 3:10, this is why it's in my mind. My mum suddenly said, "Oh, what was the time of birth?" And the nurse looked at the clock. She went, "Oh, it was about 10 minutes ago, 3 o'clock." So it's only kind of like they never thought to clock the time when I was born until my mum asked. Got my hubby poorly on sofa. He's had a cold now turned into tonsillitis. Tonsillitis is horrific. I had my tonsils out at the age of 33, which they don't like to do now as adults if you don't have them out as a child. But I was getting it that often, every 6 months or so. And I had quinsy 3 times. And so the doctor said, "Look, we need to get them out because otherwise you're going to become immune to antibiotics." So we agreed to have them taken out, which I'm really glad about. But as I said in the video the other day, I've done it myself. I'll say things like, "Oh, I've had flu," or flu-like symptoms. But to have proper flu is horrific, and I wouldn't wish the last week on anyone really. And I'm still not, not there. I cough if I move. So if I get up now and move to go to the kitchen to get something, I'll start a coughing fit, or if the temperature changes. I had a coughing fit in the car this morning, and I had to pull over because I went all lightheaded with it because it was one of those coughs where you just feel like you're choking. Anyway, enough of all that. On to happier things. So glad I made it. Nice to see people coming in. It's lovely to see everybody. What was that? I want to know Simon's big three. What's my big three? I don't know what the big three is, but anyway, Patsy, I hope your hubby gets better as well. Yeah, and Sandra's been poorly. Sandra's had COVID, which is awful. Please be careful and keep an eye on that turning into pneumonia. Oh, I hope not. Excuse me. I hope not. because my sides are hurting already from the amount of coffee I've been doing. Tea helps. Tea is really nice. I'll be drinking lots of sugar-free Ribena as well. Thank you, Mia. I bought this in Pendle. I've actually got it on inside out. This is where I knocked my earbuds out, isn't it? I should have just left it. Nobody would know, but it's the wrong way around. But anyway, yeah, I bought it in Pendle from the witchy shop there, which was where I got her as well. So what else have I got to show you? Well, I bought this over a week ago. I don't know if you're in the UK, well, I suppose Yankee Candles are American, aren't they? By the fact that they're called Yankee Candles. However, when I was in the States, the big candles were the Salt City candles, which were exactly the same type jars, but they were salt. It was called Salt City, and they have some amazing ones. Now, I don't like ones that are like after food, like apple pie or things like cherry, or I like kind of earthy scents and things like that. But I saw what the Halloween candle was this year, and I waited until October started because I knew that their Christmas candles would go out and the Halloween candle would be reduced. And it was 25% off. Or was it 20%? Either 20% or 25%. So I went down there last Friday. Tony, if you're still here, it was when I walked back into town with you last Friday, when I had the jab. And obviously this is the first opportunity I've had to show it. It's a black candle. And this one, yeah, so it should have been £30 and it was down to £23.99. But this is the Witch's Brew. And it smells incredible. Does it tell you on the back? No, I don't think it does. But I think I saw it online. I've been around since 1969. Quality craftsmanship. So is Yankee Candle American? I'm assuming so, but we could just be calling them Yankee Candles. Have you tried the medicine ball drink from Starbucks? That will knock it right out. The medicine ball drink from Starbucks. I don't know if we have that here. We have Starbucks here. I mean, the medicine ball. Let's see if I can find out what's in the Yankee Candle Witch's Brew, because it told you in the shop on a card. Let's have a look. Yankee Candle Witch's Brew. Okay, so Witch's Brew, there we go. See, they're charging $29.99 still online. Oh, it's going to be too bright. There you go, $29.99. Tell me it tells you. Product detail about the fragrance. This spicy, sweet aroma of exotic patchouli casts a captivating spell. Also has a woody fragrance. So the top note is woody, sweet, clove and cinnamon. The mid is jasmine, woody, and the base is patchouli, woody, and vanilla. So you've got clove, cinnamon, jasmine, patchouli, and vanilla, and it's divine. It's really nice. And they burn for such a long time, don't the Yankee Candles? I know they're quite expensive, but they do. They burn for I can't really light it in a minute because I've got this one with the moon tarot card on it, which I bought from TK Maxx a couple of months ago now. That one was only £8.99, but yeah, it's a nice scent, but not like this one. Anyway, let's have a look at your comments. Right, so I hope you feel better. I saw that one. I'm just looking for tags or capitals. Oh, the big three is your sun, moon, riser. Yeah, I forget. I've got it written in. Oh, that's in the office drawer at work. I've got it in my Midori. Don't think I've got it written anywhere else. What they were. Lou, you know who's got the channel, Lou Valcourt, the Rocking Witch. She did a chart for me a couple of years ago now. I just know I'm Libra. Malamia, there you are. I've just showed your beautiful gift. I'm sorry I've opened it a day early. I was saying that I've had a few decks for review, and because it came in a kind of a plain brown box, I just assumed it was a deck, so I opened it. But it's absolutely beautiful, and you're very kind. So thank you so much. And I hope you start to feel better soon. Where did I get up to? Simon, I'm glad you're on the mend. I've been watching your channel for a year, but first time I've managed to get in and watch a live rather than catching up with it later. Well, welcome, Moon and I. It's nice to see you, and it's nice to have you here. So thank you for joining us. I've been drinking some tea from Sons of Asgard, which is lovely. I watched your video. I watched yours and Becca's this afternoon while I was laying under a blanket on the sofa. And I saw the tea. It's a Samhain tea, isn't it? But yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Sons of Asgard. I want to get some Florida water too, and some of the Sabbat incense. So, but yeah. Have you tried the medicine? Oh, I read that, didn't I? Yeah. You like my sweater? Thank you. It's a couple of years old now, but yeah, I like it. It's a nice, it's a warm one. Keeps me, you know, when it's a bit chilly out. It's nice and warm. Mia's going to look for the candle. I think it's patchouli. Yeah, there's patchouli in there. Love cinnamon smell. Yeah, it smells like a hippie Halloween party. Yeah, get the patchouli out. Oh, I love clove. Although clove is a very Christmassy smell, isn't it? Depending, you know, like they say top notes or bottom notes and things like that. But smell-o-vision, yeah. Happy birthday for tomorrow. So pleased you're feeling better. Thank you, Anne, and happy birthday yourself for tomorrow. Anne's my one of the birthday twins that I have. So happy birthday to you too. Yeah, okay, caught up. So what else has come in? So if you saw my video of the Mystical Tarot of the Saints, which is by Psychic Maeve, when I was showing this deck, I was talking about the little book that you get with it, saying how good it was, because you got lots of information, but also about how tiny the font was. And to read this, I will need a magnifying glass. Little did I know, it's only this deck is absolutely beautiful, really, really beautiful deck. To show a few cards. Yeah, little did I know that there is a separate book, and Nathan sent it me. It's only available on Amazon. But I wanted to mention it because it is a gorgeous book. You get you get a colour thumbnail and lots of information about the deck. This is that rose petal rubbery feel, and I was so chuffed when he sent it because, as I said when I did it, you know, if I hear saints, I tend to think of Christian, and this does bring in different cultures as well. I mean, there is a quite a strong Christian element to it, but it's not totally Christian. And then we've got La Muerte here, for example. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous deck. So I was thrilled when he sent me the book, and I'll just give you an example. So it says this book reveals the secrets of the mystical Tower of the Saints. It includes messages from 38 saints from Catholic tradition, as well as over 100 spell ritual work ideas using the cards, as well as crystals, incense, potions, and candles to address areas of love and relationships, money, business, career, and spiritual life. Additional guidance is also provided regarding the use of the cards for divination and meditation purposes. Psychic Nath is a world-renowned psychic with over 40 years of experience in divination. But this is all the information you get for each card. So, for instance, here for the Six of Staffs, you get an overall theme. So it tells you about the card. In this card, there's a bright sunlight shining behind the victorious figure who rides up on a dark steed through a stone gate. So it literally describes the scene of the card and tells you about the saint. Then it gives you a detailed meaning. And then you get use of the cards for rituals and manifestation purposes. So I just thought that was really great, you know, that you can buy the deck and you'll get a little book. As I said, for me, it was quite a difficult read. But you can also get, you know, a full book for the deck as well. 178 pages. This is quite a good reference at the back. It's got the tarot card, the magical use and keywords, and the magical element or saint. For instance, the strength card is career, strength, forgiveness, and it's Saint Martha. We've got a section on spreads, of course, and things like that as well. So, yeah, I wanted to mention that there is a book, separate book available, The Secrets of the Mystical Tarot of the Saints. Fantastic about the book because the deck is so beautiful. It really is a beautiful deck. I wasn't when he first contacted me and said, "Look, I've got this deck," and I saw that it was Saints. I just thought, "Oh, I'm not sure about this." And then I saw a few images, not a lot, but a few, and I thought, "Wow, they're really, really beautiful." The artwork is just stunning. I'll show you a couple of my favourites before I put it away. This is Saint Martha that I was talking about, the strength card, but look at that beast. This camera's never great on the laptop. It'll be much clearer if I was on the phone. Oh, there's so many. Loved the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles. Beautiful. Love that. Seven of Staffs. Anyway, I won't show that one. Yeah, so gorgeous deck, and there's a book for those who are interested to get it. Love it when you can get more info behind the cards. I know sometimes when I buy a deck from overseas, I'm thinking of something like the Earth Magic Tarot. Hello to whoever it is in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. I just realised I didn't change that at the bottom. That's still saying the Hermit's Cave from when I go live with Chris. I changed it up here, so it didn't say Cartomancy Cave. I forgot to change my banner. But anyway, yeah, the Earth Magic, you know, when I know there's a book out there, I'm like, but it can really bump the price up, particularly when you're shipping from other countries as well. But I have it on a reliable source that the book for that deck isn't really necessary, so I can live with that. People on about COVID. Yeah. What else have I got to tell you? Oh, yes. So I was going to do a separate video for this. Now, this is a deck that I bought. And I didn't know about it until I saw, now let me get the channel right. Is it Mystic MZ? Mystic MZ? I think that's the channel name. But for those of you who might not be aware, I love the artwork of Lara Zuspan. Her deck, which I first saw back in 2018 when I went traveling around. I went up to Scotland and I went to stay with the lovely Elaine. And she said, "Oh, have you seen the Luminous Void Tarot?" And I said, "No." And she went to her room and she pulled it out. And I just loved it. I was like, wow, this is gorgeous. And for those who might not be familiar, it was one of the first rose petal decks. I know that the True Black Tarot was the first I ever saw that was in rose petal, but they sent me a couple of sample cards a year before the deck was released. And I remember talking to Arthur, and he was like, "We've got this new card stock. I'm just hoping we get our deck out before anybody does." And this one was released, which has the rose petal finish on it. And they're these really unusual shaped cards. And it was the first time I'd ever saw this kind of brushed metal, brushed gold, metallic edging. But the watercolors in this deck are wonderful. People are complaining about the size of them, because if I show you here, that's the size against a standard tarot card size. So a year or two later, we got what was called the Shuffle edition. It's actually the same shape, same gold gilding, same beautiful backs, but the cardstock obviously was easier to handle. So yeah, so for now, let me just use one deck to illustrate. So you can see here just how beautiful they are. Again, that's the backs, which is stunning. Cardstock is really thick because it's the rose petal. The artwork is quite rudimentary, really, but I love the use of colour. Look, we've got the hanged woman. Look how beautiful it is. I don't have this deck anymore. I traded it. That's the death card. To show you a few. Six of Wands. It's gorgeous. And then I'll explain why I'm showing you. Here's the Moon card. I love the World. Put the World card. Hi, Ange. And if anybody's been onto my website, the Hermit's Cave website that I've got, you'll see these images because I use them. I use these cards for the promotion of different readings that you could get. So when you go to the shop, you'll see them. I seem to remember Chris, that if Chris is still in the chat, making a comment about this particular card, as only our Chris would. Three of Cups. Yeah, so anyway, oh, a beautiful, beautiful Ace of Discs. Look at that. I have the Lilither. Oh, is that one I need to check out? I've got to show the Hermit, haven't I? Look at that Hermit card. Susan, how lovely to see you. I've not seen you for ages, and I thought about you the other day. That's really bizarre. Susan from Crow Quill Tarot is here. How are you doing? Ah, it's really cheered me up to see you. The Tower. So yeah, it's just I just find this deck absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then, as I said, I was watching probably about 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Enzi's channel, and she was talking about decks that she'd used during September. It would have been, wouldn't it? What's this slander? As if I've made any comment on the huge cup. Yeah, whatever, Chris. Excuse me. Don't make me laugh. She mentioned this, which is the Cantigi. Well, I think that's how you say it, Cantigi or Cantigi Oracle. An ecological spiritual guide and creative prompt deck. And it's written by Ray Diamond, but the art is by Laura Zuspan. So I was like, oh my gosh. And it's a circular deck. Now, I know not everybody likes circular decks. I don't know how I feel about them in a tarot deck, but I'm more okay with them in an oracle or affirmation type deck. That said, I think that Los Scarabeo did a fantastic job at the 1909 when they did that as a circular deck. Cantigi is Amaze Balls too, Simon. Yeah, and it came and it's open. I was like, oh no, you know. But it's got a really thick book, and thankfully, the cards. I don't know why I said it came. I bought it from a shop. I've had that many decks arrive recently. I think they just come, they just arrive. As I said, this wasn't sent to me. I bought it. But anyway, they're quite large. We've got this kind of spider web on the back, and you can just instantly see that it's Laura's artwork. So, I mean, what a chunky book. This is 327 pages. Immature till the end. What did Tammy Pie say? Oh, behave. This would be a good tag, by the way. Oddly shaped tarot decks. Is that what you're showing, Simon? No, it wasn't. I was talking about the fact that I saw this on a video, saw it in the shop, purchased it, and yeah, because of my love of her artwork. There's loads of information in this book, so it's one that I definitely want to sit down with and read when I get the time. And look at the contents page alone. There's all sorts in here. How to use the book, methods of working with Cantergy, how to work with this deck, Oracle hygiene, Cantergy spreads. Cantergy is a yearly cycle. And then you've got the archetypes. So there's 52 cards, 52 archetypes, like the Dark Solstice Sun. Do they? Yeah, they come with titles on them. So yeah, but there's lots of spreads that you can do here. This one is the Sun, the full moon, the first quarter, Earth, last quarter moon, new moon, creative prompts, licking dew from a leaf. It's like our Becca's video from this morning, a fork in the river. Okay, so lots of juicy information in the book. Let's have a look at the cards. Oh, I've got some tagged messages. I treated myself to the Winterweight Tarot Glitter Edition since you mentioned about the Winterweight stars I purchased. Oh, I love the Glitter Edition. I actually prefer the Glitter Edition to the Stars Edition. I mean, the Stars Edition is wonderful. Any deck, actually, by Tarot Collectibles is just fab, isn't it? They know how to create some fantastic decks. But I love the glitter editions. Please see Crow's Tarot above. Let's have a look. 2 years into Lyme recovery. My facial muscles and voice are returning, and I'll be back on YouTube soon. I mean, sorry that you've been through it for the last couple of years, but it's wonderful that you're making a good recovery enough to feel that you can come back to YouTube. That would be wonderful to see you, Susan. It's a birthday gift to myself. When's your birthday, Vanessa? You're in with the birthday bunch. Okay, so I'll show you the backs more clearly now. They've got like a metallic silver web. I'm quite sure what that is on the back, but they're nice. In terms of card size, I think they're about the same height. Yeah, they're about the same height. That's standing at the bottom, but obviously much wider. So we'll have a look at some of these. Simon, do you cleanse or do a small ritual with a new deck? Depends. Not every new deck, because I get quite a lot of new decks in, but you know, if I'm going to be carrying one around with me, like it's one that I get and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this deck. I'm going to work with this deck for the next month or whatever, and I'll carry it around with me. Then that's the ones that I would tend to do a bit of a ritual with, but not generally. Happy almost birthday. Thank you, Beth. So we have the Dark Solstice Sun. And these, I mean, the artwork is just as wonderful as the tarot. You don't know where you are, but you are free. Wow. You don't know where you are, but you are free. The dawn that follows the prolonged night. Oh, don't you just hate those long nights? I've had a few of them while I've been feeling rough. Where you think you've been asleep for about 4 hours and you look at the clock and it's 20 minutes later from the last time you looked. And the night is endless. Do you have a cold? I've had flu, Calla. I've been absent from you two for 9 days because, yeah, last weekend was the worst. I was, in bed. But I'm over the worst. It's just a cough now and just feeling achy and I'm not so much achy anymore, but tired, really tired, no energy. I've not been able to go walking in the morning with my friend and the dogs. We just gone and had coffee and things like that. I love this living mountain. Look at the eyes at the bottom. I've got to read the book. Every every star is a doorknob. Why not? I guess what the if I was to guess, the fact that every star is another world, really, isn't it? Um, or actually, it's another solar system, but I get where they're going with it. Guided by Polaris, a swan in a crowd of crows. Becca's gone back to Becca's life larder. Keeps moving around. A voice of the moon. Wow, look at that. We've got a heart there underneath as well. The infinite web. Hope these are showing okay because I have this ring light. I could put the ring light behind, but then am I too dark? That makes no difference because it's the light from the screen. All intelligent tentacles. Sorry, Simon. That's all right. I know it's you. Licking dew. This is what I was talking about. This reminds me of you because on your video today, you're showing the dew on the leaves, licking dew from the green leaves. It's what my friend's dogs do every morning, lapping up the dew off the leaves. Your delight charms the world. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I really like this. Cardstock is really, really good as well. The chasm shrinks as you step across. Ooh, got a bit of nudity there. Your pinky finger turns into a bird. Just had the flu jab this morning and it's left me feeling rough. Oh, I hope you don't have the same experience as me. But after your experience with the flu, the jab must be worth suffering any side effects. Well, I've never, ever had any problems with the jab in the past. In fact, last year, I had the flu jab and the COVID jab together at the same time, and the next day drove to Glastonbury for 4 hours and just forgot I'd had it done, because so glad I didn't do that this year. Otherwise, well, I wouldn't have been able to have gone. I wouldn't have managed the drive at all. A charmed leap. And we have a swarm of bees. A fierce desert flower. The moss cauldron. I guess with this deck, compared to the Luminous Tarot, uh, there's less image in the Luminous Tarot. It's more stripped back, I think, whereas there's a lot more, um, art, a lot more image filling, not in every card, but in a lot of the cards. Your heart in sync with cricket song. Well, I've had my NHS reminder saying your COVID jab is ready, and I'm like, well, I'm not having a jab while I'm feeling like this, and I'm actually thinking of delaying it till I get back from Glastonbury. Kissed by whale spray. Now this really reminds me of the Luminous tarot, and it's actually called this card the Luminous Brew, and I love this one. Pollination. Look at the little bees going between the flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? The Juniper caduceus. I'm not up on plants. Touching the star, kissed leaf. Love this image. I think it is absolutely stunning. How beautiful that is. And this gorgeous tree. You are seen. We have the exploding star. Carried by the current. It is Twixt, yes. It's Laura Zuspan who did the Luminous Void tarot. This is the Canterbury Oracle. The Coiled Snake. I'm not sure when this was even out. I mean, it could have been out for a long time, but as I say, I was only made aware of it 2022, so it's been out a year, potentially. For the Earth, for all those who tend, love, and listen to the blue planet. Yeah, so it's an ecological spiritual guide. The Sentient Nest. Self-seeing eye. The self-tending fire. Root grows from your feet. This is quite when I first saw it, but it's not a moth, but it's still kind of like really freaky. This is like the freakiest image in the deck. Your ears become a butterfly. Oh, a thorn in the paw. Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. A fork in the river. Their seed pods. This is so cute. A peach so ripe, but you've got the little face look in the peach looking down at the face in the tree, kind of communicating with each other. You're so ripe. Are you going to drop? Are you going to fall? In the garden of lost teeth. The carving glacier. You have to get some rest, Simon. I am. I'm only staying on an hour. Snake encircles the moon. I love the face in this eagle. The wounded harpy eagle. Look at that. Wingless, you fall into the sea. It's so random as well. Your feet are two fish. Oh, damn, this peach is so heavy. I'm tired of holding it for so long. Yeah, right. The unburdened bones. In the tunnels of our ancestors. Look at that. Underground under this beautiful tree. What the worms know. In the land of the vanished. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Like, look. The setting sun sings the song of unmaking. And then you are a multitude. Eat a bit of cake though. We'll see. So Vintage Moon said, can you give a read from book on one? Just curious. I'll try. I probably won't read all the pages because if I'll just try and give an essence if that's all right. I'd love to visit Glastonbury someday. You will be going soon enough. What we got? Oh, we've got the Infinite Web. So that's card number 10. So let's have a look in the book. Card number 10. The Infinite Web. The font is in like a green colour, I think, because it's a eco green type of deck. It is a moist morning. Throughout the forest, sunlight refracts in bedewed spider webs. Oh, just like Becca's this morning with the dew on the spider webs. Each one is a floating rainbow of jewels, undulating in the subtle breeze that wafts between each twig. Breathing the air feels like imbibing a crisp, refreshing drink as your eyes feast on the colours of luminous dew and blurring sky. You come upon a tiny spring that forms a pool the size of a puddle. You lean over it, intending to have a drink, but something about the reflection on the liquid surface gives you pause. You gaze for a long time, entranced. The world you have been walking through felt alive and vibrant, but something about this reflection is even more vital and aglow. After a while, you notice there are far more spider webs in the reflection than in the actual space around you. In fact, the entirety of the reflected world seems to be a vast, intricate web. When you look up from the pool, you continue to see glistening strands connecting each individual plant, each leaf, each twig, each insect, and even you to everything else, no longer just in the reflected pool, but also in the world around you. You entered this space thinking you were a visitor, separate and differentiated. You now realize you are an intricate part of an infinite web. Each step you make ripples outward in all directions, and each wing beat, each falling leaf or seed is subtly felt by you too. So that's just the first bit, and then there's some bits at the bottom and the rest of it. But that's kind of like setting the scene of the card and giving you the story. Would it be harder to shuffle round cards? Lots of people have said that. Depends on your hand size. I mean, this is quite a largish deck. Not the easiest, but it's, as an overhand shuffler, I don't find it too challenging. Like a morning meditation deck, yeah. You're welcome. It's beautiful because you really do, as I was reading that, you know, it really does set that scene, doesn't it, of being in the woodland area and looking in and seeing, you know, and I've talked before about Indira's web. Is it Indira's web? Indira's net, if you Google it, about the interconnectedness of all things. Especially, you know, if each connecting point of the net has a jewel, when you move one jewel, all the others react. And that's just like us. That's kind of a belief I have about, you know, the interconnectedness of all things. You and I are no separate because we're connected, just like two fish in a tank. They might be swimming around separately, but they're connected by the water that they're swimming in. I never trust what either Simon or Chris say about shuffling because they both can shuffle bricks. Even the thought of round cards makes me dizzy. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. And I've been on for an hour now, but I just wanted to try and get an hour with you all. And as I said, I won't be here next week. I'm in York next week. There will be a vlog, so that's something at least. So I'll try and get a vlog up Saturday night, so there'll at least be something on the channel. I won't say what I'm doing at this stage, but kind of similar to what I did in Pendle. Lots of water and rest. I will. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, and I will be back. The next video I'm going to be doing is a walkthrough of the Enchanted Fox Horror Tarot, which was sent by Cheryl. So look out for that. I've got a pretty full-on day tomorrow with birthday celebrations and things. So I'll try and do that probably Monday. So yeah, but thanks for being here, everybody. I've really appreciated you joining me, and I will see you during the week. Take care. Go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.